Hello, everybody.
On this
Welcome
episode,
to this episode of the PoK Kings podcast.
This is going to get really
wonderful.
fast.
On this episode, we talk about
me honeypotting
Saul's-
people online.
Saul's plan to
I'm going to
catfish the
destroy
shit out of someone.
The New York City fashion vintage gatekeeping community.
We talk about Kosaburo a lot. We talk about our all-time favorite chip, the Lil Baby barbecuing with my honey heart wrap snacks. Thank you to our sponsor of this episode.
And I give a shout out to one of my favorite milsurp suppliers in the world. Enjoy the episode, and here's the theme song. Thanks, Morgan. Fuck me, that's loud.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, 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 my lovely little lump. Check it out.
Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of the PoK Kings podcast. I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson, and I'm joined this week by my wonderful co-host.
I'm Michael Smith. You can Saul me on at Thompson, at Instagram, at Saul Instagram.
Nice. How are you, Michael?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right?
Sure.
The end of it, the end of it, like the good ending is that he gives back the everlasting gobstopper.
Yep.
That was like a test.
Yep.
He gave them something, and they're supposed to be like, "Oh, you should have this back." Like, you're not a good person unless you refuse a gift.
Can we get a fit check?
Is that not what the end of that movie was?
I don't, dog. You're talking to me about a movie, first of all, takes place in Great Britain.
Yeah. Wait, it's British?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Dude, his grandparents live 4 to a bedroom. It's the most British thing I've ever heard in my life.
That's the most British thing you ever heard in your life? But Gene Wilder's
His name
not...
is Charlie Bucket, bro.
Yeah, but Gene Wilder's not British.
But he's just an actor. Do you think all actors are...
Willy Wonka wasn't inherently British. It's just always...
Actually, wait. Well, no, because they make specific designation that Mike TV is American. Where are you going? What's happening here?
Looking at the camera.
Oh.
Mike TV?
Yeah.
It's crazy that dude's named Mike TV, and he's also like, what? Just don't fucking name your kid that.
Why are we talking about this?
It was just on my mind.
Okay, cool. Welcome back, listeners. This is a fashion podcast. Michael.
I am wearing cowboy boot Crocs. For some reason, every time I talk about these, I always want to call them Balenciaga cowboy boot Crocs, but they're not. They should be.
Freudian slip.
Freudian slip. Kosaburo Calligra camo 3D boot cut flare jeans with the jacquard print calligraphy.
Jacquard print.
Jacquard. Jacquard. A jacquard collar. Yeah. Tory leather pelican belt. Rick Owens tank top. Rick Owens long sleeve. A Kosaburo 2017 weird cut up, reassembled, stitched loosely denim jacket, and a Phantom Ranch Kosaburo stapled together hat that I got custom made to fit my big fat head. None of the ones they had were big enough for
anywhere close to fitting you.
Big fat head. They were all way too small. So I ordered some extra large hats for big fat heads off of Amazon, and I brought them over to Kosaburo, and my boy Taku stapled them together.
I love Taku.
Love Taku.
He's
such
angel. A sweetheart.
The real ones of you will have gone to the pop-up.
Yep.
By now. You will have your own hat, and you will have met Taku.
Mm-hmm. And me.
And Saul.
I'm wearing 13.5 ounce Zimbabwe cotton Devoa Superstruct jeans.
It's not, it's a lot. I love the jeans. I'm really glad. I've gotten so used to you having them. Mm-hmm. It stopped being funny to say the whole title. You know what I mean?
That's just what they are.
That's just what they are now. But it used to be a bit.
Yeah.
And now it's just what they are.
Yeah.
It's crazy how
I wear the
change.
same pants every day. Uniqlo shirt and then a Daft Punk crew neck from 2015, I think this was.
Wait, you've got this is a Daft Punk crew neck?
Dog. What?
Oh, it says Daft Punk on the back. Huge letters. I've seen that all day. I've been looking at that all day. For some reason in my head, the shirt you had on underneath was Daft Punk and not the sweater over the top.
It's a really good bit, though. I like that a lot.
What?
Just somebody having something with a giant logo and be like, that's what that is?
That's what that is.
Yeah.
But it's not on the front. I'm looking at the front of you. My fault.
Yeah. I have something I really want to talk about this week. Do you want to just kick this off?
Is what you want to talk about?
Oh, yeah, we can start with this. Yeah, sure.
Lil Baby barbecuing with my honey heat wrap snacks.
So,
Or
first of all, I really want Michael to memorize all the words to Lil Baby's freestyle because he doesn't, and I think that'd be really funny if we both knew that together. I don't even think he knows the first line, but new bodega
shout
opened
out
up near
my
Michael.
label, that's me.
There you go.
Yeah, baby.
What's the next line?
I don't know. Shout out something.
No, I'm in this
bitch with
TB.
TB.
Yeah, I'm in this bitch with 4 tray. I just poured up an eighth. Real, all in my face.
Yeah,
500
that's
racks in the safe.
That's
500
no.
racks in the
It's okay. We
oh.
don't have to do the whole thing.
Okay. Sorry.
I got Saul some Lil
got wrap
Baby
snacks.
cheddar cheese sour cream wrap snacks, and then we also got some ooh wee wavy barbecue with my honey ranch Migos wrap snacks. They're just chips, but I would love to know. Oh, dabbing is a lifestyle.
Yeah, it is.
Damn. Do people still do? People
You
don't
dab like an old man. I'm sorry.
Sorry, how should I dab?
I think you got to do it a little bit more nonchalant. You don't tuck your whole head.
No, but I not like
Just
not like an old man, but like one of those skateboarding kids in tiny glasses.
wearing the clout goggles.
Yeah, but not clout goggles. Where you like go and buy like a pair of like glasses for toddlers.
Yeah,
and you wear them at the skate park.
Who was that kid that wore those fuck ass like bowling alley carpet print? Roy, it's your boy Roy. He made like two songs.
He did
like the
always
leg thing.
doing the dance.
What happened to him?
Wait, that's not Backpack Kid, is it?
No, it's a different kid.
Okay, I get them. Backpack Kid was the one who did the Fortnite dance.
Yeah, Backpack Kid blew up off of being in a Katy Perry, I think, live SNL performance of one of her songs in 2018.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't know this lore?
No, I just remembered the Ellen DeGeneres Apex Predator thing.
Oh, yep. She's not here anymore. Yeah.
Those people used to just get their few moments of fame, go on the Ellen show, and then it would be over for them, you know?
Yeah.
Damn Daniel. If Damn Daniel happened right now, that kid would be doing collabs.
He'd have his own vans.
He'd have his own vans.
Yeah.
He'd have
Emma Rogue pop-up.
Emma Rogue pop-up where they just sell white vans.
Activation with Susie Shear
Jound.
in the East Village.
He'd have a Jound.
He would have a Jound collab.
The fucking Damn Daniel all white Jound vans.
Yeah. Oh.
Woo. And it says damn on it with 5 Ds. Damn.
So we went to Alfargo's, which is like a menswear vintage selling thing. We'll circle back to wrap snacks, but I do need to address.
We'd like to thank our sponsor of this episode, Lil Baby Wrap Snacks.
Yeah, thanks, Lil Baby Wrap Snacks. So we show up, and I thought it was all going to be vintage stuff, seeing as it's menswear. It was a lot of people just doing like closet sales. I walked in.
Is a closet sale not inherently vintage because it's old?
I think vintage is like statute of limitations, 15 to 20 years old.
You think it has to be? So like, okay, interesting. What's 10 years old?
Archive.
I think that's archive is vintage that's specific. Vintage that was worth keeping.
Okay. So what is 10 years old?
Just clothes, bro.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. The amount of Bodie, Jound, and there was one more recent brand that I was like, why is this here? I'll circle back.
There was a lot of Thom. Unsurprising for men's marketplace, but it's also potentially not. It would be pretty tough to get like your definition of vintage Thom.
Yeah, I was really stunned off of the Jound crew neck at a vintage menswear thing. I was like,
it never inherently specifies vintage.
For some reason I got it in my head, but yes, it didn't specify vintage. Very fun though. They did a very good job organizing that.
Oh, it was really cool. Yeah. Shout out Alfargo's. I only know Nick from the Alfargo's team, but he's a sweetie pie.
He is. Should we try some wrap snacks?
Yeah, thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Lil Baby Wrap Snacks.
The check is crazy from Wrap Snacks. Let me just make it very clear.
Yeah, they sent us $1 million.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so I've got the Lil Baby barbecue with my honey heat in front of me. They smell really sweet, like cloyingly sweet, and they are, at least in the bag, almost radioactive red. I mean, that's
those are Doritos. Those are.
You wanna dig into the barbecue with my baby honey?
Okay,
heat?
so I'm a little upset that both Migos and Lil Baby have barbecuing with my honey. Like
there's this barbecue honey ranch.
Yeah, but it's barbecue with my honey ranch and barbecue with my honey heat, and I really expect.
Those are so good. Thanks. Thanks, Rap Snacks. Thanks for sending those along. Man, those are cloyingly artificial. Right? They're so good. Go out and get you some Rap Snacks, everyone.
Oh, God. Thank you.
Next is the OE Wavy.
Thank you. Okay. They chose the thinnest possible. Like, this is the
there's
absolute
nothing.
thinnest scrap of potato you've ever seen. It's like a micron thick. And then the coating on it, the powder coating, is thicker than the chip itself.
Actually, it sounds ridiculous coming out of my mouth. The Ooey Wavy barbecue with my honey ranch, the Migos one's kind of good. Good texture, nice flavor, right?
It's got like
These are kind of nice.
a cumin kind of kick to it. Like it's not. It's much more like.
The seasoning is sugar, honey
Unsurprising.
powder, salt, yeast, spices, onion and garlic powder, tomato powder, buttermilk solids, annatto and paprika. No cumin.
Buttermilk solid. Butter.
Nice.
She may be.
No,
But
sound it out. Finally, cheddar cheese and sour cream. Lil Baby.
oh,
Kosaburo.
I don't want to touch him because I've got like
Hold on, I have
radioactive.
would you hold on? Oh, hold on, Lil Baby. You may have done something here.
Nah, these taste.
I like the little tang at the end. That sour cream is really nice.
I feel like the tang is just left over from the barbecue.
Oh, maybe.
We sure have a palate cleanser. Oh, thank you to this episode's other sponsor,
Oh yeah,
Schweppes.
Schweppes. Thank you so much for this. We're not sponsored by Liquid Death. Michael just really likes drinking water like a millennial.
This shit's good. All right.
I mean, they're not bad.
I feel like I had my daily limit of sugar eating that.
Eating one chip.
Which is okay.
Kosaburo.
They say they've got 3 grams of sugar in them per 150 per 1
Are you ready
ounce.
for the class action lawsuit against Lil Baby Rap Snacks for the aspartame they put in there?
Do you think Lil Baby's implicated in that, or do you think he just signed off his name?
I bought these because they had Lil Baby on them, so he would be implicated.
It was, but
I'm an impressionable young child in the eyes of the federal government. I'm 14, so
like legally, you are considered 14
yeah.
because of
Passport fraud.
okay.
Yeah.
Tight.
So let's munch on these. Strap in for this story.
Oh God!
So-
yeah, Saul has been looking
worked
at
on
his
this for-
phone and laughing for the entire day.
Yeah.
telling me that there is something important that he has been doing that he wants to tell me about. It's crazy how thin these potato chips are.
So
They like dissolve, and all you're left with is powder. Oh, I hate these things. Thank you to our sponsor, Lil Baby Rap Snacks, and also Migos Ooey Wavy Rap Snacks.
yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll continue crunching on these over the course of the podcast. Let's make sure Kosaburo's strapped in for this. So Michael's known me now for a long time. What would you say upsets me very easily
Um,
in the fashion world? There's a lot of things, but
Archive Boys.
there you go. Yep.
Yeah. Archive Reseller Boys.
Perfect.
Making Instagram videos.
No, so you're right on the money. So the other week I was scrolling Instagram Reels, and a kid who was 22 popped up, had a really cool hoodie that he said he bought somewhere in New York. I was looking at it, couldn't find any information on his page. I messaged him. Hey, would you mind telling me where you got this? It's really cool. And he gave me the classic answer of like, hey, I find motherfuckers
I
you
find
really
people
funny,
like you
bro.
really interesting.
Right?
Actually?
Yeah.
Can you read it to me?
No,
Okay.
because I've since blocked him.
Are we naming names?
No, I'm not giving this guy any lip service because he sells stuff.
Fair enough.
I'm not promoting his business. So what do? Right? I'm like, okay, he's not going to tell me. It's not in any of his videos. I'm not going to narrow it down because there's so many vintage stores. But what I do notice is that he's single. No. So I
What did you do?
downloaded Tinder.
No, you didn't.
Swear to God. I created a fake account.
Whose pictures did you use?
Doctored photos of Billie Eilish. You can take a look. Her name is Sarah. She's 25. Stunning. And I created the perfect honeypot for an archive fashion boy.
Did you
Swipe
find
through.
him?
I'm working on this. Let me tell my story.
Wow, Sarah. Oh, with the tabby. With the
Right.
First picture is wow, that's a well-doctored picture of Billie Eilish. That's AI.
I think it was the original girl was like that, and then they edited it to Billie Eilish, and then I swapped it back.
Oh, the ship of Theseus of catfishing.
Exactly.
Interests, cafe hopping, Instagram, vintage. I didn't know you could put interests on.
So that's why.
Second picture for the record is light wash jeans, white tabbies, clean white tabbies up on like a bollard, whatever those things are, on the road with a cigarette sticking out of it. Oh, wow. Third photo is like hair in front of the eyes. ERD shirt. Wow, this is great.
So I need this back.
Wait, I just want to... Looking for thinking emoji, still figuring it out.
Yep.
Virgo in college, better communication in person, love style, time together. Tight.
Right. So, first of all, perfect honeypot. Within, I kid you not, 14 minutes of making this account, I'd maxed out the number of likes in the likes you tab.
Oh, God. That's, of course.
And the boys have been very responsive to my profile. So Tinder has interests that you can set, and one of them is vintage fashion. The other one is fashion. And so I have been turbo scrolling, and anybody with that I'm sending it through in thought that if I can get the algorithm to understand that the only thing that this hot fake girl named Sarah likes is fashion boys who like vintage fashion, I will find this guy. And I didn't realize how easy it is to get information out of guys as a hot girl. I'm not going to comment on, I'm sure all of these guys are lovely people, but as I do, I'm just taking their thrift stores and filing them away for later date.
You've just been, sorry, you want
to read some conversations
the
aloud?
Character of Sarah. And
dog, I send 2 texts and it's the easiest thing. So everybody opens with, I like your style so much. This is every conversation.
Thanks, smiley face. Just moved to the city. What are your favorite places to thrift or shop or whatever? 2nd Street and Eltane Vintage. All right, fucking whatever, easy.
Yep.
It would be my most preferred thrift at due to the versatility. Where are you from?
I'm not going to respond to that.
Just moved here. Where are your favorite places to go thrifting?
Right.
I have a favorite spot on the Lower East Side. ECDYSS.
Yep.
How do you pronounce that? Ecdysis?
Ecstasies, maybe. It's ECDYSIS. It's more curated vintage. So essentially what I'm doing is using this to trawl the New York City fashion boy market, and I'm going to collect all of their vintage places that they love so much and they love to gatekeep and then blow them the fuck up. Do not prevent me from information. Just tell me and I'll be normal about it. Don't force me to this length because I'm psycho. I'm also smart. And I will do this. You are stupid fashion Instagram boy. You see hot honeypot. You're diving. Pause first.
You're not petty like this.
You're
Don't
not
even
petty
try.
you're not crazy like this, dog. You're not vindictive like me.
Have you not found him yet?
No, not yet. I will find him.
You think you should try Hinge?
So my problem with Hinge is that's for like people with relationships. I want them horny and desperate because they'll tell me anything.
I feel like horny, desperate people are on Hinge too.
I guess. I mean, the Hinge is the one for relationships. Tinder, some of the profiles on Tinder are like legitimately scary. Like they make me want to scream.
Like what?
Just like 2 borderline naked photos and just like go to Field. Field is the one for like, Looney Tunes sex. You're going to get tied up and hit with a stick, right? Go do that over somewhere else. Let me destroy gatekeepers for good in New York. I'm doing everybody a public service. Keep an eye out on the Substack. This will be an article.
Saul, you might need to, and I'll pitch in
Be
for
institutionalized?
this. No, I think you should be elected to some sort of official position, but that's unrelated to this. You might. I think you should. You need a. I think you need a political position of power and an unlicensed firearm.
So again, if that guy had just been normal when I DM'd him asking where he found his cool sweatshirt,
this is his fault.
This is his fault.
By the way,
I am terrorizing the men of New York because of this guy whose name I will not say. I refuse to give him free business. And when I find him on Hinge or Tinder, excuse me, I'm going to ruin his fucking business. I'm going to ruin his day. I'm going to be there. He's going to show up one morning and I'm going to go, oh, hi. I'm not even going to say his name. How are you? Oh, remember I DM'd you? Oh, yeah, no. See this cool sweatshirt I just bought? Yeah, it's mine now.
You're gonna be
that girl you've been talking to online? That's me, fucker.
You should get Tinder Premium so you can see your likes. You might be there. You might be there already. How much is Tinder Premium?
That's a good point. Hold on. Shall we? Shall we take a look?
I'll throw some money at it.
I got 5 on it.
I think it's 10.
Is it? See who likes you. All right. Oh, it's $18.99 a week.
A week?
For Tinder Gold? Is that the upgrade
That might
one?
be the only one that lets you see your. But the thing is, you need to build up a little bit.
Yeah, no. Give me like one more week here. I've also gotten so quick at swiping through. Like I swear to God, I'm like a drug dog at the airport, right? Like I could walk by a group of people. The second I see like out of the corner of my eye, like some vintage Celine, boom, I'm sad, right? I'm sending that like, and every time they like me back. I like your style. Be original. You saw 3 photos of a hot girl in tabby boots. You know nothing about my style. I'm getting defensive over my fake catfish persona.
Yeah. Now you know what it's like.
Yeah. I'm sorry, women.
I like your style.
I think men need to do better in New York.
How far can you throw an egg?
Oh, I should bring that one back. They don't deserve that.
No, not them.
No. I'm going to have another wrap snack.
I never want those things to be anywhere near me ever again.
These are going to get left in your apartment.
If they're left in my apartment, they're in the trash.
Why?
They're bad.
They're kind of good.
Then take them with you.
No.
Okay, then they're going in the trash.
You'd throw away food?
Yeah.
They're starving children, bro.
Yeah, and do you think that if I eat these, they'll get that food?
No.
And if I throw them away, will they get that food?
But maybe, actually.
Yeah, so there you go. Problem solved.
I can't believe you'd spurn a sponsor like that.
Sorry, was that on? Was that on air?
I mean, we can cut it.
Oh fuck! I thought we were taking a break.
Good. No, it's all good.
Thank you to our sponsor, Wrap Snacks. I'm a really big fan of the Lil Baby barbecuing with my honey heat. Oh, it's so good.
But yeah, no, I've been having more fun than I expected.
Catfishing is probably really fun.
Oh, listen, it's a blast. It's been great finding the spots where
have you found
fashion
any
dudes? Yeah, so I can run through a few on the podcast.
You found some spots that you didn't know about?
Yeah, so 2nd Street and L Train, that's easy. Some guy just being a
honestly,
fucking
2nd Street L Train, he should get blocked.
Yeah. That other Ecdices, whatever, I was gonna actually go and look into that.
Type.
Where's the other one? Beacon's Closet in Williamsburg, Other People's Clothes in Ridgewood.
Wait, Beacon's Closet in Williamsburg is also a super easy one.
Yeah.
There is, and it might be the Williamsburg one. Wait, they mean the Greenpoint one? Idiot. I think it's Beacon's Closet in either Greenpoint or Bushwick. I forget which one gets a lot
of L Train and Beacon's Closet, guys.
Fucking, come on. That's not thrifting anymore.
Yeah.
Like that's so easy.
Yeah.
Guys who say that they're not really getting that shit.
Yeah. Also, a lot of dudes say they're 6'1". Like every dude on this app is 6'1".
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. I'm nothing like these other short boys.
The Beacon's Closet in Bushwick, I want to say, has Thom Browne not infrequently.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a Thom Browne employee in the neighborhood who sells stuff there. Maybe a couple. I've been on the train next to a Thom Browne employee on more than one occasion.
Cool.
Really cool.
You can always. I mean,
And I'm
it's-
just like,
I remember we went to the Lindsay Solomon press day and saw one of the Tom girlies crossing the street in Chelsea.
yes.
It's so apparent. I
Yeah.
mean, that we were talking about this actually, I think at the menswear thing, but the like Thom Browne neurosis around what you can and can't wear is ridiculous.
Yes, so the Thom Browne uniform guidelines are very, very strict for employees. There's like specific, if these wrap snacks spill all over my couch, you have to lick them up.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
I would.
These wrap snacks, I'm sorry.
If these little baby barbecuing with my honey heat wrap snack chips fall on my couch, you have to Zamboni them up. Do you understand this?
Yeah, that's fine.
The Thom Browne like work uniform guidelines. So the older one, the one from like 2008, is there's like they used to hand out cards. They
Yeah.
used to give you like a uniform card if you bought a Tom suit that was like, this is how far off the ground your cuff should be. This is how thick the cuff should be. Your sleeve should stop here. You should show an inch of cuff. You should tuck your tie in. Your tie bar should be exactly here. You should never do up the top button. Like there's you should leave one button undone on the cuffs. There's like
Jesus Christ.
like all of your neck buttons and all of your
They have
sleeve
to like
buttons should
jump
be
you
undone.
in or something. You just get stomped out by like 4 girls and ankle socks and like, or I'm sorry, mid calf knee socks.
Mid calf socks and then a shirt that's down to their knees and a skirt that's shorter than
Yeah.
the shirt. So that's like the old uniform that just sort of talks about how to wear the suit. And I asked an employee recently if he had an updated version, and he did. I think I have it with me. I could probably pull it up.
Yeah, I'd love this. But while you're doing that, can you talk ambiently about the seersucker suits and when you can wear those?
Yeah, so they have specific guidelines on when you are allowed to wear. So the Thom Browne uniform policy. I mean, I probably don't know how much of this I should read out, but they're very specific about when you can wear certain things. It includes casual Friday.
Cool. Which
So
is-
navy jackets, socks, blue Oxfords. So anything navy can only be worn on the weekend.
okay.
Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Gray, khaki, and navy outerwear any day.
Okay.
Seersucker may only be worn between U.S. Memorial Day and U.S. Labor Day.
I was after Labor Day with a seer and a sucker.
I made that joke at. I made that
don't know
joke.
what you're talking
I
about.
made that. That is my joke that I
Kind
made
of
at
pathetic.
Alfargo's.
You're trying to
that
steal
you
my
heard me
joke.
make that joke. I started
Trying
to
to
make that
discredit
joke, and
the
you were like,
joke
"Go on,
I'm
cook."
making.
And then I
It's just a
did
little
the
bit
joke,
weird
and
that
then
now you're
I
trying
said
to
those
claim
exact words,
credit
and now
for
you're
what
saying
I
them on the
said.
podcast.
It's
I
just a
can't do
little
this.
bit weird.
I'm gonna
Just a little bit
I'm gonna
weird. No, you're
quit.
being weird,
I'm
bro.
done with this
No,
shit.
you're being a
Anyways,
little bit weird, bro.
shirts must be worn under knits. Shirt collars buttons should be unbuttoned. That's like the classic. There's like rules on like so they emphasize the like things that have always been on the Tom suit thing where like you have to have the certain buttons undone. Suiting ties must match the suit you are wearing. They have to be the same material.
If you violate this, you just get like disappeared by the Thom Browne Gestapo. You know what I mean? They like come to your house in the middle of the night in like navy suits and just drag you out.
You get written up, I guess.
A fate worse than death.
Thom Browne white heritage sneakers may be worn on Fridays between Memorial Day and U.S. Labor Day.
Jesus.
So casual Friday, specifically during the summer, you can wear white sneakers that Tom makes. It's interesting to me that Tom even makes sneakers and allows them in the dress code for what it's worth. So socks specifically can navy. The sock with the 4 bars on it needs to be worn on the left side. And then I think you're only allowed to wear shorts if you specifically have the Thom Browne socks. So you can't wear regular socks if you're wearing shorts.
I like to think about this like Severance, where if you fuck up, they take you to a room and you have to like, read this.
I have
until
never
they
seen
feel-
Severance.
Oh, okay. Hey, Michael, it makes for really good listening when you yes and. right? And so
Yes, it does, and I'm not going to.
Oh, okay.
I also have. I also got a document on like some of the. Oh yeah, here's the classic one. Like, cuff of the trouser should be 2.5 to 3 inches. The trouser should be exactly 6 inches away from the floor.
I love those suits.
Thom Browne suits, man.
Is that David Casavan or whatever? The dude that's married to Lily Allen?
He's married to who's Lily Allen?
Seriously?
It's the Stranger Things guy.
Yeah. No, he's married to Lily Allen. She's the British pop star that did "Fuck You." And you say it's not okay to be gay. Well, I think you're just evil. Yeah, you're just some racist who can't tie my laces. Your point of view is medieval.
I don't know it.
Seriously?
Nope.
Oh.
But no, David, what's his name?
Cassavant?
David.
That's not David Tennant.
David Stranger Things did do a bunch of modeling for Thom Browne a couple years ago. Yeah, really cool.
I want to send a shout out to the people that sold me my Canadian cold weather jacket. Really, really sweet. And it is rare that I have a customer service experience that's so overwhelmingly...
Call me custom... I'm accustomed to her service.
Oh, he's cooking with gas now.
So sorry, Mom.
It's rare I have a customer service experience that's so good that I want to talk about it. But I bought my Canadian military ACV cold weather. I think it's 7596, 7569.
Sorry,
no,
this is an
76.
ACW Cold War collab.
ACV, Armored Combat Vehicle.
Cool.
Yeah. But I had been looking. I was telling Michael about this. I had been looking for one of them for a long time. The problem with the jacket is that
Saul is burping
because I'm drinking a 2-liter club soda. I'm hammering this.
Drank 2/3 of a Schweppes original all natural unsweetened sparkling seltzer water.
They're
if you
our
were
sponsor,
wondering.
dog. I'm paid to do this.
Big thanks to our sponsor, Schweppes original all natural unsweetened sparkling seltzer water. Since 1783.
You're hurting me, Schweppes. But I was struggling a lot with the jacket because that Canadian military jacket is really cool. The problem with it is that they have two measurements on a lot of the jackets. They have total length, which goes from short to extra long. So short, medium, long, extra long. And then they have a chest measurement, small, medium, large, extra large. And the overwhelming majority of the jackets that you can find online today are usually small, extra large, or small, extra long, or large, extra long. And that's not the cut I want.
Because all the Canadians are short.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a cold weather jacket. It makes sense why you'd want it long. Yeah. But I wanted it more in like a bomber style. And so I was looking around manically all over the internet, and I stumbled across, I started just calling milsurp places near the Canadian border. Because there's a place that has them in Canada.
On the American side?
On the American side. There's a place, there's a place that has them online in Canada, but they're expensive and the shipping across the border is brutal.
How much would they have been?
I think like 200 and something, 250, 280.
You could I think you can fly to Toronto for like 150.
I was going to say, yeah.
And you can just day trip it.
Yeah. So I started calling a lot of the milsurp places on that border. So I called a couple in Ohio, couple in upstate New York, one in Vermont, and then I found one.
Ohio's on the border.
It's across it's close enough.
I don't know where Ohio is.
It's to the west of New York, and it's technically, I guess, across the Great Lakes from Canada. I was going to call like ones in Michigan as well. If I had been really neurotic about it, I would have overlaid where the old military bases were, with proximity to so hold on. This is Ohio.
Let me see.
This is Canada up here.
Oh.
Right?
That's where Ohio is.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. So there's a spot in upstate New York. I believe they're in Rochester. They might be farther up, but they are called Camelots. And I saw on their website that I thought they had the jacket, but it wasn't tagged as the number that I wanted because there's a specific make that I want. And so I called. They put me through somebody in their warehouse, went and checked out the jacket, measured it. The guy was like, I'm 6'3", how tall are you? You know, I usually wear a large. It comes down just above my butt. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. Great. Super, super sweet. And then I fucked up on the order, put down the wrong shipping address, emailed them. They instantly emailed back, changed it. No drama. Just overall wonderful experience. And they've got a lot of really fucking cool stuff on the site that's cheap as shit. Camo, CamoLots.com.
Oh, Camo
Wonderful
Lots.
people. Yeah.
Oh, it's clever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Camo Lots.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
I love that.
They're really sweet.
Shout out Camo Lots.
Huge shout out to Camo Lots. If you're looking for honestly really cool military surplus, go check it out. I will be getting like probably some hoods or whatever and some gloves next winter because they're like $10 on the site, if not $5.
Shout out Military Surplus.
They're great.
Sort of on a similar vein, I had a wonderful experience with a eBay seller today.
Oh, yeah.
I every 6 months probably get interested in Capital Sentry denim
It's a
again.
Margiela belt jacket.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because it's inherently bad, but I always okay.
Yeah.
I could pull it off. So please don't crunch the Migos ooey wavy wrap snacks while I'm trying to talk.
Sorry, dude. I can't put down the ooey wavy wrap snacks. Thanks, wrap snacks.
Thanks, Migos.
R.I.P. Takeoff.
So I every like 6 months or so get really invested in finding a pair of Capital Sentry jeans.
Yep.
Mostly like I'll see someone in it and I'll be like, oh, that actually looks good on them. That's crazy because historically it's a bad cut. And everyone you talk to who owns them is like, yeah, it's a bad cut. Like I've never once met anyone who didn't say like, yeah, these are a bad cut of jeans. But I think if like the right people can make them look really good. Michael McNulty, Corrigan McNulty on Instagram. It's like Corrigan _McNulty. Charlie's partner. You'd have to assume that anyone dating Charlie would be overwhelmingly capable of getting a fit off, and guess what? He is. So he the first time I got obsessed with Capital jeans is that he had a spare pair. Like he had a pair that he got from someone, and it ended up being the wrong cut for him, the skinny cut. And he was like, if you want these, you can have them for like whatever they were.
Aww.
And I tried them on, and that's when I found out how, for as bad of a cut as the regular Capital jeans are, their attempt at a skinny cut is even worse. The skinny, it's so bad. I'll find you some pictures of people doing fit checks on Reddit in them. If you want to see something real bad. So I get every now and then just very invested in finding a pair of Capital jeans.
Nice.
This time my friend was in Japan and like looking at the store, and I asked him what the retail was, and I found out that number 5 Capital jeans are $150 in store in Japan, and they are $400 pretty much anywhere in America.
Yep.
And then number 9s, the black ones, are
No, that's a different brand.
I'll kill you. Number 9s are the black and gray ones. Those are $300, I think, in Japan, and $700 in the US. I also found out that those ones fade better than the other ones.
I still think you should just get the Hex Sashiko Kosaburo pants. They're better in like every way.
They are better in every way. They're going to be a better cut. They're a cooler material, but I like denim and fade. I like that they're denim and that they're like you can fade them.
Sure.
And I have Sashiko Kosaburo pants.
Yeah.
I just want Sentry denim. Anyways, I found a pair on eBay for $400. And I lowballed them.
Yep.
I offered them $200, which is offensive. And they responded and said, "Hey, Michael." Because apparently I forgot my eBay name is now Smithstagram. Shout out Gatekept Threads. Sorry, that's not my favorite name I've ever heard.
That name sucks. I'm trying to find you on Tinder, dog.
We are searching for you on Tinder, Gatekept Threads.
I'm sending my best honeypots to your location right now.
If you see Sarah, if you see something that looks like Billie Eilish turned into someone else and turned back into Billie Eilish or whatever, the other way around.
What's crazy?
What?
They'll never know.
Why?
Got more than one honeypot going.
Do you?
Oh yeah, this dickhead's not gonna escape me. I've told you about the one I'm comfortable blowing up. There's another one that's even more esoteric and hot. I'm not stupid, Michael.
My fault. So yes, and he messaged me and was like, "Yeah, that's a little too high for what I could do right now. I'd do 300." Talked to me a little bit about being into Capital. Said he didn't know I was into Capital. Said he likes the Kosaburo stuff, etc. And then I told him that I was specifically on a hunt for Capital jeans and that I was sending offensive lowballs to see what sticks. And he said, "I totally get it. Thanks for being, thanks for like, I forget what he said. Standing your ground, or like, thanks for being open about it, basically."
Yeah.
And then he said, "Give Oscar
stand your ground law.
stand
as
your
it
ground
pertains
law
to jeans.
as it pertains to lowballing, sending the same lowball over and over again."
Am I being detained? Am I being detained? Am I being detained?
And then he sent me a picture of his very cute orange cat.
He does have a very cute orange
Yeah,
cat.
and told me to pet Oscar.
I'm thinking about the hilarious experience of some guy on field, some libertarian getting tied up and getting really excited, and then having to be like, "Am I being detained? Am I being detained?" Sorry, guys. That's a Saul Thompson comedy hour.
It's not. Yep, you did great, honey.
Thanks, dog. I am very excited for the Kosaburo pop-up. It hasn't happened yet, but
It will have been. It'll be
yeah.
a month old by the time this shit comes out. But
everybody could briefly just say a prayer for me. I'll have been on the river. There's a lot of things that I'm having to buy for that trip that make me slightly uneasy about the well-being of my body.
oh,
Antifungal foot cream, because
Yeah.
you're constantly just wet. A lot of work gloves. A lot of people get burned just around camp. And then on a lot of the orientation videos, they say a lot of the injuries don't happen on the river. They happen with people hiking.
Yep.
On the day hikes, because you get dehydrated and you fall. But they then conceded most of the deaths happen in the water. Yeah.
How often
So-
do they have deaths? Do they give you statistics on that?
No. So.
Have you? Is it like one person might go down, or is it if you go down, everybody go down?
So I talked with Dylan about this, actually. She was a river guide.
Oh, I always forget that.
She's so cool.
She's so cool.
She was saying if you get stuck, you jump out downriver, which makes sense. You don't want the current to push you underneath the boat. But I think if you, I guess, were to lose somebody, the rest of the trip can keep going, and you have an emergency sat phone, you know?
Like if somebody dies, are you keeping the train rolling on the?
Oh, am I still doing my skin care the night of?
Yeah, like,
Probably, yeah.
Like if somebody dies, how much? Like how many campfire songs you singing that night? Or are you all just kind of sitting there staring?
Maybe it shifts. Maybe we do like some you know, in a time of worry, Mother Mary sings to me. Whisper.
Let it be.
Oh God, no! I was trying to do Hallelujah. We're not singing the Beatles.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord.
Yeah, sure.
That song, I don't actually know if that song really is about what you think it's about. It's not really like a. I don't really know what it's about.
I don't know. Somebody starts singing John Lennon in front of me, I'll be the one to kill myself.
John Lennon didn't kill himself.
I'm saying
on
the river.
My fault.
Yeah. His head just did that. You know that? On 79th Street?
Same as JFK.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
You get married to Yoko Ono long enough, your head will just do that. Is that funny? Can I make that joke?
I think you can make that joke.
Okay, cool.
I'll allow it.
Cool.
Yeah.
As a Brit?
As a Brit. Yeah.
Were they original K-pop group? B-pop?
B-pop? No.
Yeah. That was a huge cultural export.
B-pop?
Yeah.
But like it was like rock, right? Wasn't it like... It was like British rock.
I don't respect the Beatles or anything.
Oh, I don't respect that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Maybe the main thing we have in common is a
You know what I
hatred
do
of
respect?
the Beatles. What?
Rap Snacks. Thank you so much to this episode's sponsor, Rap Snacks. I'd say my favorite of the three have to be the Ooey Wavy Migos. Kind of barbecue with my honey ranch. They cooked.
I also love barbecuing with my honey ranch, but I'm a huge fan of the Lil Baby heat version.
That's what I'm saying. They've got something for everyone.
They've really outdone themselves. They've made maybe the perfect snack, and it's only $2.99 at your local bodega.
Dude, I was really hoping they'd have a Young Thug one. You know,
Yeah.
Cooling with my slime, heavy ranch, says the white guy.
They've got the Snoop Dogg one.
Oh yeah, you got Facetune like crazy.
There's like a Facetune Snoop Dogg one. There's a Master P one.
Yeah, I don't know how they go to. So Lil Baby, sure.
Yeah.
Migos, they got a song called Dabba Ranch. Fine, or that's not. You know. They
What
just say it a
about
bunch.
Lil Baby? Because okay, the first time I went into this bodega, they only had Lil Baby.
Nights we spent off the Lil Baby rap snacks.
They only had Little Baby cheddar cheese and sour cream. Mm-hmm. The first time I ever went into Mr. Carrot and looked at the chips. Second time around, today, or actually a couple days ago, they have expanded to a much larger. I guess they must be doing really well because of how good the chips are.
Rap snacks.
Rap snacks.
They've been around since 2018, if I remember right.
Actually?
I think so.
Oh, I have seen other ones. Have you seen the soda called Gunna? Is it? I think it might actually be Gunna's soda, but it doesn't explicitly like.
Guy who only eats rap snacks and drinks.
guy who won't eat anything that's not co-signed by a rapper.
Oh my god. There's this guy on YouTube that I've really been enjoying. Okay. Well, we're going no headphones for the next story.
Just put your headphones back
He
on.
goes by thanks, man. He goes by Killdozer.
Oh, I know Killdozer.
And the thing he does that's so entertaining, I get served really random videos on my YouTube. But the thing that really enthralled me was he did, I believe, a month only eating dollar store food.
Why do I know Killdozer?
I don't know. He's sick.
Yeah. Only
Part
eating
of me
dollar
wants
store
to
food.
do like the fashion equivalent of Killdozer. But if it's a food challenge and it's fashion related, it's just anorexia. And I'm not doing that.
I thought you were saying like the fashion equivalent of only eating dollar store food for a month, which is like just wearing Shein for a month. And that's not a challenge. That's just some people's lived experience.
Yeah. I mean, eating from the dollar store is other people's lived experience.
That's true. My fault.
Yeah.
But
Love
for-
Killdozer though.
Wait, Killdozer.
The man. Look up streamer. He
That's
plays a lot
the
of World of
reason. I
Warcraft.
think the reason I know Killdozer is because I'm thinking of the real original Killdozer.
Yeah. No, this guy rocks.
Oh, I think I have seen this guy.
This guy's a legend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. So today, we were also at the Kosaburo house, or the studio, and one of the really, really cool things is they have an archive of, and I use that word in the conventional sense
A legitimate archive
of a ton of
every
Kosaburo.
single. I think. I mean, I wasn't counting, but it seemed like pretty much every single runway look Kosaburo has ever
think
done was
so.
there. I couldn't find any gaps that were missing. There was.
They took a break over COVID, I assume. That's why there was like no 2020.
I think there's a couple photo shoot type things.
Okay.
Like at,
Sure.
at a certain point, there's some like there's at least one Kosaburo season that is modeled entirely by Kosaburo,
Hard.
and it's just pictures of him in it.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. And then there's another one that's just one guy, and it's like kind of a more of a conceptual photo shoot. It's not
Yep.
really that clothing focused. There's been a couple in that vein, but there's like they had stuff from the original 2017 Kosaburo, still like London based. Maybe it was like it was early. It was like the very first Kosaburo show. They have all of the full outfits from that. Well, actually, that's what this jacket is from.
Yeah.
It's from the first season.
But he has an incredible archive of vintage things as well. And Michael's going to have to hear about this coat a whole lot more.
A ton.
So let me be the first to start talking about. So go downstairs and digging through. I don't know where my phone is because I want
Under
to pull
your
it up.
leg, your left leg.
Under my left leg. Oh, cool. There's this beautiful, like, double-breasted wool coat. It weighs like 10 pounds. Not exaggerating. And it's an old garment worker's coat from, I think it's Hirsch Wickwire. Some guy named DM Lewis owned it. And genuinely one of like the craziest constructed coats. Michael saw it. It had like 3 layers essentially. So it had the lining, this like twill layer maybe, just a normal whatever lining, and then the wool on the outside. Beautiful coat. Was made somewhere between 1910 and 1922. I'm now obsessed with it. I need to find one. I have not seen any single mention of this coat company online other than the fact that it exists. So I will be looking for that and talking about it nonstop. But some really incredible stuff, like beautiful shot perfecto jackets, some really cool old coaches jackets from I think it was a Japanese wrestling school. Some of those early photo shoot items are incredible. Taka was telling us about the jeans. Did you take a photo of those? The
jeans.
The, like woven jeans?
Oh, the
super puffy ones.
Yeah, the LVMH prize ones
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. They're made in the way that like sort of they're woven and the warp. Which one's the one that goes vertical? Warp?
I think warp.
No, that's yes. The warp threads are just regular threads, and then the weft threads are actually scraps of denim that kind of roll up into cylinders. So it's very, very thick. Like it kind of forms like a rug or like a sort of what you would see a placemat made of.
Yeah.
And he made an entire, like there's a roll of fabric of that, and then it's made into a pair of these 3D bootcut jeans. Absolutely beautiful.
It's pretty incredible to be placed face to face with somebody who is, I think, deserving of winning the LVMH prize.
Yeah.
I think obviously this was almost 10 years ago now, but when you're faced with what somebody can do, when they're really pushing the limit of like what clothing was at the time and doing it really well and in a beautiful way is so, so incredible.
Yeah.
And I understand Michael and I are in a pretty privileged position. We've now been doing this for a long time and have friends in the industry and I guess are in the industry ourselves. But I do think it's important to go out and try on clothes. If I had seen those jeans on a website, it would have been like, oh, they're cool, or seen them in a photo shoot, it's cool. It was so crazy to go and just touch.
I will say
them.
that I own just about 4 pairs of the exact same cut of Kosaburo pants.
Yep.
I'm very obsessed with it. And I remember the first time I saw them was like when they came out in like 2020. And I looked at them and I guess it was even earlier, but like I saw them in like 2019, 2020. And I was like, those are cool. But like,
Yep.
I don't know if I'd ever wear them.
Yep.
Eventually got a pair. Multiple people have told me that seeing them in person, they're like, oh, I guess I do get it. I would wear those.
They sit
They're
fucking
so good.
crazy on your legs too.
Spring 2020,
Oh, he's so cool.
Kosaburo show, and I guess that would have been probably COVID
Yep.
ish. That would, or maybe that would have been.
It's not my
prior
favorite
to.
photography he's done, but it's cool.
It's got one of my favorite pictures of him, but this was
Okay.
the one that was entirely modeled by him, just
Yep.
like in this kind of quarry. Oh my god! Wait, this is I know where this is. It's some guy. I'm gonna preface this before I try and Google it and remember what it is. Some guy in upstate New York went a little crazy, ostensibly, started hand making this giant stone structure
Okay.
built in a sort of really organic way, kind of a lot of spirals.
Sounds like True Detective season 1.
Yeah, kind of similar
Yeah.
idea. Took him like it's Opus. What's it called? Opus 40. Took him 40 years to make. It is very
Holy
intricate.
shit.
He did this all by hand. He carved everything by hand. He carded it in by hand. He placed it by hand. Opus 40, Yannick, I'll send you some pictures, but also just you should look this up. If you're in New York, you should go visit it. It's a quick little thing, and it's right next to the quarry where he was like, so you can see where he was pulling the stone out, and you can see where he put it. He died before it was finished because one of the stones fell on him.
Oh my god.
He got his big like obsessive life work that he spent 40 years on eventually killed him. Poetic, I think. But I'm pretty sure that is where this is.
That's nuts. Have I told you about Holy Land USA?
No, what's that?
Somebody again lost their mind and built a miniature replica of it's a Christian theme park in Connecticut. We went and photographed it when we were doing photos.
Cool.
But just like this weird tiny like scale
Wait, hold on.
replica of I think like Jerusalem or Bethlehem. Again, I think I've told this story on the podcast. I have this email from 2017 when I emailed him trying to get
him. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's so full circle. I feel really, really awestruck by it.
Talk to me about Christian theme parks.
Oh,
What makes a theme park Christian?
First of all, it's called Holy Land USA, and they have a church on site
Yes.
that we broke into. We didn't
Is
destroy
it not
anything.
open anymore?
It's like, so you can walk around the grounds, but everything's sort of like dilapidated and falling apart.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like religious iconography everywhere. There's a huge cross up above everything else. This huge white cross. Very weird, kind of eerie, and just like in the middle of Connecticut. I don't really know how it's still there. It's been 35 years apparently, probably closer to 40 now. And I don't know what the theme park was supposed to be past just like this miniature scale replica of Jerusalem or Bethlehem or whatever the hell it was supposed to be. Would be crazy for a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What amusement park? Did they have rides?
I think maybe it was in the planning, but they never got around
There's
to it.
like a Splash Mountain baptism type ride. Is that blasphemy?
It's funny. It's a tunnel of love, but you're just soaking.
You didn't say Mormon. It's not Mormon.
I always get him confused. I'm sorry.
You get Christianity and Mormonism confused.
I wanted to make a joke about soaking. Okay.
You're allowed.
Am I a bad guy?
You're allowed to make. I think the Christianity joke is more like cutting a hole in a sheet. I think that's the joke.
There was a rumor that Orthodox Jews did that too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
How are we back on religion? Fuck.
Hell yeah.
We've done this like every podcast.
I'm really reading the Bible.
I need a church girl who go to church and read her Bible.
Need a girl with a website.
I need a girl with a website so bad.
Can I tell you of one of my favorite Bible anecdotes I've read?
No.
Okay. I won't.
No. Let's hear it.
I read the book of John.
Shit.
That's the one with John 3:16 in it. That's the one everyone really likes. That's
Yup.
the one, the denim. Yeah.
Yup.
Austin 3:16.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nope. Anyway, what is John 3:16?
John 3:16 I think is like, for he gave his son. It's the one about like Jesus dying for your sins.
Okay, cool.
One of the ones, but it's the one that's like very popular. It's the one that they like people love putting, like that's what 316 the denim company is named after.
Oh. Yep.
Among other things. That's also, I think they put John 3:16 on the bottom of like In and Out.
Is it sacrilegious to buy fake chrome hearts? Like, thanks for dying for my sins. Let me get like some fake sterling silver crosses.
No more sacrilegious than it would be to buy regular chrome hearts in that sense.
I feel okay. If you look at like Roman Catholicism, it's so heavy on like gilded everything. Everything's gold, showing out.
Yeah, but it's not branded. It's not specific to the brand.
I mean, is the brand not the religion?
Chrome hearts?
All of the religious.
Right, but I'm saying that buying real chrome hearts is no more or less blasphemous than buying fake chrome hearts.
I feel like if I was a
blasphemous,
god
it's not.
who had seen temples erected in my honor and a lot of money be spent on those in terms of gold, and somebody bought a fake plastic chrome hearts necklace, I'd want them dead.
The Bible almost explicitly says that you should get rid of all your nice things and not own any riches.
So why did we get conspicuous consumption in the Renaissance in like the 16th century?
Don't know.
Okay, great.
Couldn't answer that. Anyways, John,
He was on the
Bible book.
podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also wrote a book.
Oh, cool.
I'll do this quick, but I just find this really interesting. John frequently references throughout the Bible, more towards the end, he references a disciple whom Jesus loves, a very specific disciple who's Jesus' favorite. As Jesus is dying on the cross, he looks down at this disciple whom he loves. John is describing this. He's like, he looks down at this disciple he loves, and he says, he looks at his mother and he's like, this is your son now. And he looks at the disciple and he's like, this is your mother now. Like, this is like, take my place or whatever, etc.
Sure.
Last paragraph drops an absolute banger of a plot twist. The disciple whom Jesus loves is John.
Oh, he did Stan. That's Stan. He did Stan.
He wrote what's Stan? The
Eminem song. When he's writing the letters, he's like, "Oh my God, the dude I saw on the news was you."
Oh yeah.
He did Stan. He wrote a whole bunch of papers about how obsessed he is with Eminem, and then Eminem's like, "Ooh, like saw this guy. He went kind of crazy." Plot twist. It's Stan.
Yeah, but kind of not quite. But he's like, oh yeah, I was like, no one else talks about this disciple whom Jesus loves. No one else talks about this looking down at him from the cross.
Anyway, Stan Jungkook.
And he's just like, he's like, oh yeah, no, he said I was his favorite. He told me I should said I could have his Xbox too.
I love that.
You weren't there. No, it's cool. It's in my book. Check out my book. Matthew wasn't there.
Dude who really, really had a thing for Jesus' mom.
Sorry, that's all of my Bible talk today. It's just, and I don't mean to offend anyone who's religious. I just find that part very interesting, and I don't know the explanation for it.
Yeah.
Shout out, John.
I was gonna make a rap snack joke. I gotta stop. I'm sorry, everyone. What else is going on in the fashion world, though? I'm really excited to go on this trip.
What else is going on in the fashion world? Says something completely not fashion
well, no,
related.
Point.
You're gonna be wearing a lot of Daiwa Pier 39 on the trip.
I lost my rain jacket from Daiwa Pier 39.
How do you lose a rain jacket?
I don't know, dog. I really don't. I have a terrible history with raincoats and glasses. I've lost two Vetements raincoats. One of them, the logo one across the back. Another one was the Zodiac one.
Sorry, you lost 2 Vetements raincoats.
One of them got stolen from me in college. The other one I lost. And then I lost my really beloved Daiwa Pier 39 one. That made me feel like I was in Blade Runner. I don't even know where the fuck that thing is. And it's such a shame. And then sunglasses. I had a really cool pair of vintage Calvin Klein ones. I had a great pair of vintage Jean-Paul Gaultier ones. I just leave them on a table and walk away. And then whenever I go back, they're not there anymore. It's terrible.
That sounds like stolen.
Yeah, I mean, it's my fault for leaving them unattended.
Oh, that sounds like victim blaming. It's their fault for stealing.
Okay.
You didn't do anything wrong. You know what you did that was wrong? You trusted people.
Oh.
You did nothing wrong.
Thanks, man.
They stole your glasses.
And my raincoats.
And your raincoats.
And the thing that sucked is this was at Yale. I would have spotted somebody wearing a fucking Vetements Zodiac raincoat from across the quad.
Yes.
No, I didn't see it for years to come. And it's always raining in New Haven. They stole it to not wear it.
Maybe they sold it.
Oh. Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
It was such a good raincoat, too. Now I'm upset about it again.
What was good about it specifically?
It was, so the
really
logo
big?
one, had like tape seams, fully rubber, really good waterproof jacket. And it was long. It came down to like my I think below my knee, if I remember correctly. So like I could wear whatever, go to the library in the rain, be fine. Had a big hood too, and I could fit my backpack underneath it. And by the time I got there, I'd pop it off. It would dry in like 10 minutes because it was just rubber. And I'd be dry. It was so nice. I'm so mad. Fuck. And they sell for like $300-$400.
That's crazy.
Where'd
you get it?
$120 in, I don't know, somewhere downtown when I was a kid.
Damn.
Yeah.
You was a kid wearing Vetements?
I didn't know what it was. I was just like, ooh, raincoat. Because I wanted to get one from Rains, if you remember what that is.
I remember Rains. Rains is still around, aren't they?
I think so. And I was like, oh, this is like Rains and it has a cool logo on it. And then I bought
Vetements? What's that?
the Zodiac logo one off of Grailed when the first one got stolen. That one disappeared in like 3 weeks.
Jesus.
And I got the one that said Leo on it. I was like, oh, that's my sign. Perfect.
That's your dog, too.
Yeah. Not named after the sign, though.
What's he named after?
I Googled German-sounding dog names. The fuck do you want out of me?
Klaus.
Richthofen, come here. Richter.
Hahnemüller. Heinrich.
Jesus. This is my dog, Siegfried. Bark for me, Siegfried. I don't know what sound a German dog
I don't know what. Yeah, what a German.
Let's do
dog.
song of the week.
You cutting this shit?
I'm crashing out.
We're done. I'm gonna
I got
crash
people
out,
to
bro.
honeypot on Tinder.
Sorry, bro. I can't come. I'm really close to finding this guy on Tinder.
I'm gonna fucking find him. I'm gonna blow his spot up.
I'm gonna blow his house up.
Good. Match with more people.
I
that
do
are not
think.
him.
I do think if you find this guy, you have to specifically string him along
Oh yeah.
on a series of
Oh yeah.
dates.
I'm gonna send this guy to the fucking Bronx. This guy's gonna be the fucking trenches. I'm sending this guy to fucking Forest Hills and having him throw up woo in front of a fucking project. This guy's gonna get killed. Fuck this guy. Such an annoying thing to do. I come to him with my heart in my hands, asking where to find
I
something.
really wish you
and he
hadn't
big dogs
blocked
me.
him because I want to know. I want to see. I wish I could see these messages. Did you screenshot them?
No,
You didn't. Nothing.
I don't give a fuck about him. I want to destroy his life.
Yeah, but I want to see the before and after. I want to see the message of him.
I'll unblock him when I inevitably find him and be like, "Hey, Sarah says hi," and then send a photo of me holding up the profile.
If you blocked him, is your message history gone?
I don't know. I'll tell you whenever it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just unblock him now.
No, I will not give him the satisfaction. I also don't want him seeing this reel. If it's specifically for him, everybody else can see this. I want this to be public, and I want my psychotic neuroses to be there. I want one of his friends to send him something and be like, "Do you know this guy? Is that you?" And he'd be like, "Oh, it's unavailable. Page unavailable."
The guy would just show him though.
That's fine. I want him to put in the work.
I love to put in work.
You know who else put in work?
Who?
Rap Snacks. Thank you so
Lil
much.
Baby.
All right, let's do song of the week.
Well, I gotta do a Lil Baby song. I'm not actually going to.
Really?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know any Lil Baby songs really.
Freestyle, dog.
Yeah.
I'm doing Genius by Motorbase, the predecessors to Daft Punk.
Oh. What do I want to do? What's my vibe?
Saw you from across the bar.
I'm gonna
Loved your
do
vibe.
Nancy Tries to Take the Night by Black Country New Road. The band that used to be annoying and then got a better lead singer and then just released an album yesterday.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. How's the new album?
It's good. That's what this song is from.
Okay.
It's called Nancy Tries to Take the Night.
Nice.
It's on their most recent album.
So those are all in a playlist called Pair of Kings, but the R's are 12s. That's on Spotify. If you'd like to support the podcast, help keep the lights on, help keep Yannick paid, head over to herohero.co/PoK. We do giveaways there. We do early access to episodes, and we do exclusive episodes, some of which will be coming. I'm actually super excited for the Hero Hero episodes we'll be recording when we get back. And yeah, thank you so much to everybody for listening.
If you want to join the Discord, message us.
Message us your favorite Lil Baby song. Or send us who you think should have a rap snack.
Yeah. Just talk to us about Rap Snacks. We love Rap Snacks.
We love Rap Snacks.
Huge fan of Rap Snacks.
Huge fan of
Kind
Rap
of
Snacks.
been into those guys from the jump. So
Yeah.
thank you, Rap Snacks, again for this wonderful episode. Thank you for sending us $1 million and so many potato
Would
chips.
you hold this? Do the outro. I have an idea.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Do the outro.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. This has been the Pair of Kings podcast, where once I actually don't ever do this.
Right.
Sorry. This has been the Pair of Kings podcast, where once a week, every week for the foreseeable future.
No. Start again. Where can they find us?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. This has been the Pair of Kings podcast. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Pair of Kings Pod, or on YouTube as Pair of Kings Podcast. We are also on herohero.co/PoK. Once again, I am Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at @_Smithstagram. And I'm Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson.
I'm making a one of everything rap snack.
Thanks so much for joining us. Business as usual. This is the Pair of Kings podcast, where once a week, every week for the foreseeable future. Where do I have to start again from?
The top.
Thank you so much for listening, everybody. This has been the Pair of Kings podcast. Wait, what?
They're kind of good.
You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Pair of Kings Pod, and on YouTube at Pair of Kings Podcast. You can also sign up for additional episodes and early episodes at herohero.co/PoK. I'm Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at _Smithstagram. And I'm Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. This has been the Pair of Kings podcast.
Sponsored
By Rat Snacks.
It's in the fucking rider.
And then I say the once a week every week, or? Oh, okay. We're once a week every week. Once a week every week for the foreseeable future. You can find me. We are bringing you business as usual tomfoolery as planned. Is there anything else?
Dude, I'm so serious. I think Rap Snacks would kill Yannick. You know what I mean? I don't think he's built for these.
All right. That's the podcast, everybody.
Love you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.